Hello guys, Becca here, and I am here with, and the reason I'm doing it this way is because this corner of my dresser over here is packed with clothes that I've been pulling off of dolls and have not folded and put away yet, and I didn't want y'all to see that. But I am here with Lacy Jewel, and we're here to do Toddler Tuesday. And Miss Lacy is my beautiful little toddler girl. Yes, her is. And so the theme for today, for Toddler Tuesday, is your favorite season. So I'm going to say, with hands down, that fall is my favorite season. So we've got Miss Lacy dressed up in this pretty mustard yellow dress. It has some little pale pink and rosy orangey colored, peachy colored flowers, and it has that pretty green for the leaves, and it's just a beautiful fall color. Now that her white t-shirt is showing under it, but it kind of brings out these pale pink flowers a little bit. But anyway, she is gorgeous, and we've put on these little peachy sandals. They have kind of like a cork bottom. The dress is a 0 to 3 months. I'm not sure what brand. I'm not going to try to pull her over to, because I'm holding the phone. But the shoes, let's see if it says, oh, I knocked my baby over. It's Baby Begosh shoes, and I believe they are newborn. You can see the tag is up in the toe, so I'm not going to try to pull them off to find out what size they are. I believe they're newborn. But there is Miss Lacy, and there I have went and showed you my clothes piled up over there, didn't I? I'm trying to keep that hid. But I'm going to tell you a little bit why I love the fall. So I live in the South, and it gets very, very hot here during the summertime, and especially this year. This year has just been terrible. Our heat index has been like 105, even when the temperature was only 91. Excuse me. The heat index has been up like 105 and even higher than that because of the humidity and all here. And when you walk outside, it feels like you are just walking into, what do you call them? Things people go in to detox their bodies, to sweat, somnia. I can't remember the name of them. But those hot machines that's hot, misty air on you that makes you sweat. That's kind of like you feel when you walk outside here in the South. You kind of feel like you're walking into a wet, steamy blanket that is just wrapping you up from head to toe, and you can't hardly breathe, and you feel damp and wet and miserable, and your clothes stick to you, and it's horrible. So the fall is, it's not cool. It doesn't get cool in the fall here. We don't have, like Josie at Josie's Jungle Room said, that they have all 4 seasons where she lives. Minnesota, I think, is where she lives. And she was explaining their seasons, and I thought, oh, all but the winter. Now, I don't like the winter because she talked about how much snow they got and all that. That I couldn't handle. But I thought, man, if we could just have all 4 seasons. But we don't. We have summer, and then we have a slightly not so bad summer. Basically. We hardly have an in-between cool period. But in the fall, don't you get out. In the fall, it is starting to cool off. The humidity is not so bad. It's not so smothery to where you feel like you walk out into a steamy, wet blanket that you can't breathe. You know, it is kind of, as far as the temperatures dropping, they don't drop a whole lot during the fall, but they do drop. I guess the humidity is what I'm trying to say drops, and it's not that steamy, wet, sticky, where your clothes is just feels like you can't move because your clothes is just stuck to your body and you can't breathe because you're breathing in hot, steamy air. During the fall, it's not like that. But it's not what we would call cool either. And so I love that time of the year because the wind is blowing and the air is getting cooler. And after such a hot summer, that just seems so refreshing to have that cooler air. And when you go outside, you can go out in peace and not just be pure miserable. And it's just, and then the colors, of course, we don't have color changing like up north does, but we do have a few trees here and about that will turn to a yellow color for a little while, and then they drop their leaves and that's it. But I don't know, the fall is just a special time of the year for me because you're coming out of this just pure miserable hot weather. Now, I like the winter a whole lot better than I do summer, but one thing that kind of puts a damper on me really liking the winter is because we really don't have winter, and I'm wanting winter. And you know, we might have a week or two that we have to run the heater off and on. You know, they might be like 2 weeks that it's kind of cool enough to run the heater. Then it'll go back to where we're having to run the air again. And then we may have 2 or 3 more weeks that it's kind of where we have to run the heater. And then it goes back, we having to run the air conditioner. And then some days, it's so, the weather, the temperature is so drastic that we have to run the air conditioner during the day and the heater at night. And it's just, you know, it's kind of disappointing when you think winter. You want it to stay cold. You want it to be where you can put on warmer clothes and go outside. I wear the same clothes year round here because we don't have that drastic in change in temperatures. So I don't have winter clothes and summer clothes. I wear the same clothes year round. And so winter is a little disappointing because you're thinking cooler with cold weather where you're going to have 2 or 3 months of running the heater. Well, that's not the way it is here. You may have 2 or 3 weeks, but then you have several days you having to run the air again. And then you may have 2 or 3 more weeks you can run the heater. And then you got several days again you're having to run the air. Because it's never that in between that you can just open the doors and windows and it be a cool breeze and you don't have to turn on the air. We never have that in between because of the humidity. Even though the temperature might not say that it's very high in temperature, our humidity makes it feel a whole lot hotter, makes you feel sticky and miserable, and I hate to feel sticky and wet and damp. I hate it. So, summer I don't like at all. I endure it. I say I don't complain. I complain when I get hot. I do. But, you know, we have to have our seasons, you know, however you have your seasons where you live. But, you know, so I try not to be so complaining about the summer. And then you say, well, why not spring? Things is warming up. That's why I don't like spring, because it don't gradually get warmer and warmer where you have pleasant days to go outside. The humidity is always bad either way. In the winter we still have humidity, and therefore it makes our cold feel like wet slushy ice when you go outside and the wind's blowing. Makes it feel like needles sticking through you because of the temperature and the humidity in the air. It just, when it is real cold, it's a miserable cold because of the humidity. So fall is my favorite time of year, and I've got to hurry because my phone is almost, the battery's almost dead, and plus it takes a long time to upload a long video. So I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here. I just wanted to let y'all know that my favorite season is fall, where we can start feeling a little bit of pleasantness because of the fact that it's been so hot that any drop in temperature feels wonderful. And when the humidity drops through the fall, it just is wonderful to be able to go outside and not feel that old wet, sticky feeling. And that is about the only time of the year that the humidity is not quite so bad, although we still have it during the fall. It's not quite so bad during the fall as it is during the winter and the spring and the summer. So that is the season I love, and I dressed Miss Lacy to represent fall. She has on the fall colored dress. Now I did put sandals because, like I said, around here during the fall it's nowhere close to being cool. It's just the humidity starts dropping, and therefore it feels more pleasant outside. So she can still wear sandals, but during the fall we don't want to go barefoot because, you know, it's just thing we do. We start putting shoes on during the fall. I don't know why we don't want to go barefoot, because it's not cold, but that's just when you start putting shoes back on. So anyway, I wanted to share that with you. I wanted to let you see my sweet little Lacy Jewel, and she is a little jewel. She's Mama's little jewel. Yes, her is. All right, guys, I'm going to get off of here and try to get this video uploaded. I hope you all have a great rest of your evening and night. I hope you have a great rest, like sleep and resting. And I will talk with you all later. Bye.